Okay, what's up, y'all? This is Aubrey. This is gonna be a twin flame tarot reading message for the next week ahead, 8th to the 14th. Let's go ahead and get into this. So there was a channeling that I had last night. Um, because those of you guys that don't know, I am psychic. Okay, I'm gifted. I don't read tarot. I read intuitively. Actually, I probably have not really used tarot like that on this channel in the last couple of weeks. Has been either channel messages or just like straight oracle. But nonetheless, I receive multiple different messages in multiple different ways, because like I said, I'm more than just a tarot reader. I read intuitively and I'm psychic. And so, I often get messages just in my everyday life experiences. That typically happens, like typically, which is why I love the collective videos so much, is because typically I'll go through something and then the next week or two, you guys will be right in that energy as well, right? And I also receive messages through, my dreams, right? I have a lot of prophetic dreams. And so I don't really want to get too deep into the actual dream because there is so much personal stuff attached. But I definitely got the point of the dream. Now, I want you guys to go and watch the collective video that I put out, and please make sure that you guys are watching those videos as much as possible because it definitely tends to be an extension of twin flame readings, if I'm being honest. It tends to be divine collective because, as twin flames, you are the divine collective. And a divine collective consists of people with either a divine partnership or a divine calling, right? So collective videos usually resonate a lot for you guys. This particular dream that I had last night, this channeling, it was a confirmation of the message that I had put out, but it was also, there was something that stood out to me in the dream that made me be like, okay, yeah, this is more so geared towards the twins of the collective. Which is why I'm doing this as a twin flame message and not a collective update part 2, whatever. Specifically in my dream, it was a big talk about inheritances. Let me give you a situation. Let's say that you were in a situation where your back was against the wall and you had to fight. You told yourself and lied to yourself and made yourself feel like, oh, I can deal with this. I can deal with this. I can put up with that. I can put up with it until one day shit hits the fan and then you have to fight because the universe has been, trying to guide you like, hey, like maybe it's time to start thinking about getting out of this relationship or, moving out of this location or leaving this school, leaving this job, and then one day out of nowhere, your back is against the wall, you come to work one day and then your manager brings you into their office and it's the cops there and you're about to go to jail for fraud or for scamming the company. And you didn't do that at all. But that's what the situation is. Or let's say you're in a relationship and then one day, you come home and you find somebody else in the bed with, your person, or, they accuse you of being in bed with somebody. It's like something happens to where you become the victim. Even though you've been a victim throughout this situation, you are now definitely in a place where you're the victim because the tables have severely turned on you and it's like shit has hit the fan. And now you're in a position where your back is against the wall and it's fight or flight. And so you make the move to say, you know what, fuck this shit. I'm not dealing with this shit because I see what type of time you're on. I'm quitting this job, or I'm leaving you. I'm not doing this anymore, or I'm getting out of this toxic environment. Rather than just sitting there and trying to defend yourself and make shit even worse. Shit does hit the fan, but before it could go to the ultimate point of no return, ultimately you realize, you know what, it's not even worth it. Let me go. I hear you, God. I hear you. Let me leave this man alone. Let me leave this home alone. Let me leave this job alone. I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna survive. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm listening. Fuck it, because anything has to be better than this. And that is the point that you get to. Now imagine a year later, months later, however much later, that same situation that had your back against the wall, now you find that situation coming back around. Now that job wants to rehire you. Maybe that cop that was about to arrest you has been thinking about you that whole time, feeling like something is a little off, and now they come back out, wanting to apologize or wanting to hire you for their firm because they saw the way that you handled something. But regardless, imagine that situation coming back. And imagine that situation blessing you tenfold. That is what is about to happen for a lot of people. A lot of people. I would say that this was probably extra. It was definitely extra confirmation to the messages I had already put out, but it's definitely more specific. And the reason why I decided to make this a twins video is because in my dream, there was a very strong emphasis on twins, right? There was a set of family members, okay? Mind you, a collective is just a group of people, right? So like I said, with the divine collective consists of twin flames, divine counterparts, as well as people with divine missions, right? So basically within this dream, you had a set of twins, and then you had their sibling. And they were on this show, and at some point, the sibling was supposed to be the star of the show. But whoever was in charge realized how the twins drew in more money and were able to make a bigger impact. And able to do, because there's power in numbers. There's power in numbers with being two different people. And then it was a boy and girl twin, a masculine, feminine energy twin, right? So it's like, wow, okay, yeah, they're able to do like their bond, their closeness. Like it's able to do a lot more than just, somebody being by themselves and speaking up. So basically think Tia and Tamara on Sister Sister rather than Roger being the star. Follow what I'm saying here. So instead of Roger being the star, Tia and Tamara were pushed to the forefront because they were able to make a bigger impact because of their connection, their bond, their love, just people wanting to see them, be around them, da-da-da. Now, that didn't make Roger any less important. Didn't make Roger any less important. But in reality, Roger wasn't able to make as big of an impact as the twins. Now, what am I saying? A lot of you guys are about to be blessed in ways that you did not even imagine. A lot of you guys have been praying and praying and praying and wishing for a day to come where just your wishes came true. And a lot of it is going to be done in ways that you have never thought of, that you never thought would be possible. Like, could you imagine your worst enemy being the sole reason and the sole person to provide you with your abundance? Can you imagine being at a job where you're their best employee, but then one day, in an effort for them to try to get over on a system, because listen, I'm an entrepreneur girl, but I've worked so many 9-to-5s, I know how the game goes. Especially if you at a little place like McDonald's or telemarketing, they will start playing with your numbers and fucking with your schedule, okay? Just to get you caught up, just to get you, going off on a boss. Like, they look for any reason to fire you. So especially if you're a damn good worker, you're not known to come in late and all of that. You're not known to slip up. They will purposely try to fuck you up and mess you up. Trust me, I've had a job where, so I'm literally speaking from life's experience. I've literally had a job where, child, all three of these goddamn examples is my life. Oh, child, I'm talking too much. But, okay. But I definitely worked at a job where I was the top employee there, to the point where the manager that hired me, I was about to have his job. And so I was a threat. And because the company didn't want to pay me my worth, and he was scared that I was going to get, his job because he was fucking up, he went and started paying people, because it was like an outside, I don't want to say telemarketing, but it was like a Save the Children type of thing. He went outside and started paying people to go up to my other coworkers to say that I was I was soliciting money and taking money from the charity and putting it in my pocket. Complete lie, but y'all understand the point. Now imagine God doubling back around and saying, not only are we sending you right back into that same motherfucking environment, but baby, you own the company. You own the motherfucking company. And now this motherfucker has to come work for you. That is what the fuck I'm saying. That is what the fuck I am saying. A lot of you guys are about to be in a, oh my God, because it's making sense now. It's making sense now. And I wish I could just go into detail with what it is. But like I said, it was personal shit in regards to my life. But I literally just put it together why shit happened in my dream the way that it did. Because you guys are about to be in a position of power where the same ones that fucked you over, they're going to need you. Now, for some of you, yes, this is going back into same environments with a different circumstance, with a new mindset. For others of you guys, this is motherfuckers coming back to you. And it's a test of whether or not you still have the same mindset. Are you still going to be fucked over? Are you still going to let a motherfucker, okay? Listen, child, this got me wanting to put this out as a, let me ask. Child, it's a yes for both. And 1222 when I said that. Okay, so I'm going to just put this out. Shout out to you if you still listening to this. I'm going to just put this out as our urgent messages, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do a separate twin flame video. Okay? But, yeah. A lot of you guys are really about to be in, like, a really, really big position. And it's going to be a test of faith. It's going to be a test of forgiveness. Because, remember, you just wish for whatever. Like, see, for me, I just want to be a fucking pop star. Like, stop playing with me. My music is the shit. I just wanted to be a pop star, period. Okay? And even going back to the collective video that I put out yesterday, I was telling you all how, like, I'm tired and how, like, it's becoming about self-care. Because honestly and truly, and this is how I was feeling weeks ago, which is how I know, again, whatever I go through, I purposely go through it as, like, psychic awareness so that I could be able to come back and teach y'all. And, like, it's like I literally go through shit for y'all to be able to explain to you what you're about to go through, right? And so I've been in this energy for weeks now where I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? So forgive me if I don't post every day. It's kind of hard to when YouTube shits on you. You know how long I've been sitting at 10K, baby? Okay? For a bitch that's coming from 72 million views, stop playing with me. I know how this game works. So some days, yeah, I don't have all the encouragement to be able to get up here and bust my ass. And some days it's just like, fuck that shit. And if I'm keeping it a buck, I love what I do. But so much of my life has been catering to everybody else. Doing graphic designs. I did that for so many years to help out other people. Okay? Doing story times. That I was telling traumatic ass stories from my life to make other people laugh. Even doing this shit, I enjoy it. I love what I do. I'm passionate about it. But at the same time, it's to help y'all bitches feel good. You know what I'm saying? And encourage y'all. And I'm just at a place in my life where it's like, just like everybody, you're realizing what your core values are and what is all of that. And again, don't take what I'm saying wrong. Like, I love what I do, but I'm missing my personal fulfillment. You understand what I'm saying? It's like the one thing that's going to make me the one thing that wakes me up and that's keeping me alive is music. That is my personal go-to, and everybody has that. It's for me, it's music. This shit is a job. I love my job, but it's a job. Music is the one thing that I can do for free and not give a fuck. Well, this too, but y'all understand what the fuck I'm saying. Like, music fulfills me, okay? So, ciao. Anyways, getting back to the point. Yeah. So a lot of you guys are about to be in a really big position of power, making a lot of money. And you're gonna have people doubling back, or these opportunities may even come from unlikely sources, right? So with me saying I want to be a pop artist, I don't know how the fuck that's gonna happen, but child, what if my enemy was the one to hire me? Okay, because like, and the reason why I'm saying this is because you have to be in such a place where you're so tight and cool with God and the universe that you have discernment, that your intuition is up, that you understand why shit is going on. Because if you're still in a place of being hurt and bitter, you might just ignore your chance to be on top by being stuck in that place of bitterness and resentment. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. So if I always wanted to be a motherfucking pop star, and it just turns out that the label that's trying to sign me, one of my enemies owns it, of course, I'm going to pray to God and God, what the fuck going on? I know this motherfucker not trying to. But at the same time, it's like, the reason why I'm saying this is because for a lot of you guys out there, there are people who have gone through shit or are going through shit and repenting, and it's literally part of their karma to do right by you. There are people that have hurt you, and it is their karma to come back around and do right by you. Some of you guys, it's going to be a simple closure conversation. Some of you guys, it can be like showing support. For others of you guys, it can be really big. So listen, I know that this was all over the place, but definitely take all these messages, how they resonate. But when I tell you the reset is here, baby, the reset is here. And bitches are repenting. Bitches are going through judgment. Abundance is coming in. A lot of y'all motherfuckers about to be wealthy. Not everybody. But a lot of y'all about to be, listen, moving on up like the Jeffersons. New homes, new locations, engagement, marriages, kids. Like, it's happening now. And this is why I'm having these dreams, because somebody out there needs to understand. Be in a place where you're able to forgive. Because yes, just because God has shown you that you're supposed to be a superstar or you're supposed to be a therapist or whatever God has shown you, doesn't mean that you know the exact blueprint, the exact map on how he's going to get you there. You may have to double back into your enemy's house just so he can make an example out of you. What is that shit that they say? God will give you a feast and sit you at a table with your enemies, you know, while you eating. Like, whatever the fuck that signature thing is, that signature saying, whatever that is, that could very well happen for a lot of you. But not if you're still in a closed off place. Not if you're in a place where you're not connected to God himself and praying and asking for discernment and asking for guidance. So I'm going to stop dragging it. That was definitely the message. And what's crazy is, too, when I was asking, you know, whether or not I was going to keep this as a twin flame message or just post it for everybody, the two cards that I ended up getting was the World and the Emperor. You cannot make this shit up. The World and the Emperor. This is the closing out of an old cycle to bring in a new cycle as a boss. You're about to go from being that employee that was shitted on to now owning the fucking company, owning the property. Can I get a motherfucking amen? Woo! I'm telling you, and this abundance is coming in as a direct result of a situation. You did something, and now you're about to get karmic rewards because of it. Because you finally listened. Even if you had to go through a time, you finally listened. Listen, when you work with the universe will work for you. When you work with the universe, they will work for you. Period. Go to my website, thealigningsouls.com. I'm offering 50% off promo until midnight only. Okay? Let me set some of y'all straight. Don't be sitting around here waiting on no promos to happen, because they're not happening like that, y'all. They're not. I love each and every one of y'all that has been supporting, and that comes to me for guidance and help and whatnot. But I just want to make it very clear, because I know in 2020, at the end of the year, I was doing a lot of promos, damn near every month, every 2 weeks. We're not doing that in 2021. We're not. It's too much abundance here for. Let me not. I don't want to offend anybody, but it's 2021, baby. Okay, so please go ahead, capitalize off that Easter promo. Chad, you might not get another one till Christmas, okay? Till Jesus' birthday. All right. So I love each and every one of y'all. Go to my website, thealigningsouls.com, to book your personal reading. 50% off until midnight only, okay? And midnight meaning April 9th, 21. Soon as the clock hit motherfucking 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. I love each and every one of y'all. Go to my website, do that. Get on your shit before shit gets on you. Life is all about alignment, and I'm literally here to help you back into the universe. Stream my new music, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye. I still don't know what the fuck I'm gonna title this video, but okay. She's a fine, she's a dime, titties, balls, it's a bomb. She got shine, she got bomb, she got moolah.